The first thing you want to do is cut the rear post to the proper height. The easiest way to do this is with a string line, a Sharpie, and a portable saw. The next step, now that your posts are equal height, is to install the rear horizontal pole. Install the T-fittings and then slide the post through. It's easiest if you're working by yourself to start with the middle. Now that the horizontal post is roughly installed on top of the verticals, use your measuring tape and position it such that you're within the specifications of your ground mount system for cantilever, for overhang. Next step is to cut to length the front row of posts. Rest the rail on the rear horizontal post and then put an angle finder on top of the rail, it's kind of hard to see here, and lower or raise the rail to match the angle on my angle finder, and then I make that mark with a Sharpie. The height of the front post is determined by the angle with which you want to install your array. Please see my other video about ground mounts and what is the best angle for your location. Second verse, same as the first. Use a string line, stretch it to the other pole, use a Sharpie, grab your portable saw, and cut those posts. Okay, again, now that our front posts are cut to the proper height, we can install the front horizontal member. Again, if you're working by yourself, the best way to do this is measure to the middle of the pole, slide in a T-fitting to that mark, and then lift at the center and place it on the middle pole, and then install the left and the right pole. Have that front lower horizontal pole roughly installed, go ahead and take some measurements and make sure that you're not extending past that last post to the manufacturer's specifications. Next step is to install the rails, but first there's a step before that, which is to measure and mark where all the rails go on that rear horizontal post. Rails will be positioned approximately 8 inches in from the left and the right edge of each module. Ground mount, the modules are mounted landscaped. That's the long axis going left to right. Now that you have your marks on that upper horizontal bar, it's time to get the rails ready, prep the rails for installation. I like to lay them up on the rail, and then I'll mark whatever the most overhang that's allowed by that particular rail manufacturer. I think in this case it's 18 inches. So I'll make a mark 18 inches down from the top edge of every rail. That 18-inch line is tangent with the pole it rests on. The U-bolt therefore needs to be drilled with holes to the left and the right of that center line. You can see me installing the rails with just the top U-bolts to the top rail. You may see a pattern emerging. Two of the rails are close, and then a big space, and then close, and then a big space. Next step is to secure the rails to the lower horizontal post. Position them using a carpenter's square. Mark your 2 holes for the U-bolts, drill the holes, and then install the U-bolts. Now I'm marking the location of my positive and negative home runs. You see me pulling wire off that large spool and routing it to the locations that I marked on the rail for the positive and negative home runs. Be sure to identify both ends of the wire. The wire is secured to the post using outdoor rated black zip ties. Best practice is stainless steel zip ties. Next 30 seconds, you see me installing unistrut from one post to the other rear vertical post as a place to mount the inverter and the DC disconnect. That's it, ta-da! We're all ready for modules. If you have any questions about installing a ground mount or questions about our custom solar kits for ground mounts, give me a call here at the shop. I love talking solar. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped.